here is an avatar from VRCMods.com that I downloaded, and I copied the APS SDK into this project. Just copy this path. This is the directory that contains the APS SDK. Just paste that into an Explorer. Alternatively, you can locate the SDK from within APS. Navigating to the VR menu located in the top left, selecting Config, and then opening the folder for the APS SDK, you can now copy the Unity package directly into your projects. And then copy this into your Unity project. Once it's there, you can extract it. From there, once you've downloaded an avatar, I've already downloaded this Katie avatar, and it includes an FBX. I would just drop that into the scene. And from here, on this game object, just locate the animator. This is the game object, the root game object, which contains the animator. Just add the APS SDK component. So you just type that in APS SDK. From there, just press build avatar manually. Now, before you do that, you should definitely check your FBX rig to make sure that it's in T-pose. Definitely save your scene. But just make sure that everything is assigned and it looks good. And as long as this is right, then most likely everything will work. So this looks okay. And so I don't have to make any changes, but just make sure that your FBX rigs are set up as humanoids and configure them so that they are in T-pose and everything looks good. From there, you can just, as I was explaining earlier, go to the animator, add a APS SDK component, and then just press build. That error is not important. I think that's just UI related. But it built the avatar. That's the avatar there. You could check the thumbnails just to see how they look. So this actually looks pretty good. Okay, but I'm just going to close that for now, just because there's a few other things. Do facial expressions, visemes, some other things as well. So let me just kind of go over that. But just in general, the avatar is actually ready. It's done, and the asset was created. So from here, we could add it into APS. But one thing to check, just after you've built an avatar like this, you should press play, and it is animated, so that looks okay. Don't worry about the clipping too much. It's not important. So from here, okay, so there's a couple of things to notice. It kept the APS SDK component, but it added a new armature linker. This really isn't anything that you have to worry too much about, except for this face renderer. If you're going to be doing facial expressions, you have to set this manually because it's sometimes a little difficult to determine which one's which. So here under the skin mesh, which is all of the meshes for this avatar, which this one only has one, but sometimes it has individuals for like eyes and clothing and so on. But just pick the one that's associated with the blend shapes for the face. So you can see this one here has some visemes for VR chat and a bunch of other stuff. So I want to set the body mesh here under the armature linker. I want to put that as the face renderer. And that's it. So let me just mention one thing. I'll undo that. If you are going to be adding facial expressions, and you add a emotion builder, it will tell you that the face renderer is missing. So if you see that warning, that means the same thing. It just means go here to the face renderer and find the one associated with those blend shapes. Just add it. Once you've done that, the error goes away. So right here under the APS SDK armature linker, you can actually add the visemes automatically. So if you just type in visemes linker and just guess links, it's going to warn you it's going to overwrite. Bam. pretty much guessed all of them. Actually, it did. It got all of them, except for laughter. I don't think that one's even used. But now we have all of the visemes linked up for audio lip sync. So that was pretty easy, but that's mainly because this avatar was compatible. It has all the proper names. Should your avatar have the same blend shapes, but it's named differently, you're going to have to go through and literally like manually select them. Okay, so that's the visemes linker. There's also a facecap linker. This one's a little bit more involved. So this I'll go into later, but just know that there is a manual facecap linker for mapping the facial blend shapes to the facecap app. Okay, so we've basically set up visemes. We didn't set up facecap, so I'm not even going to include that. Going back to this emotions object, I'll get to the emotion builder here shortly. But first thing that's more important is setting the blink blend shapes. Basically what this does is it auto-generates some animation clips for you that will make the avatar blink, because currently it doesn't blink. You'll see this is added by default, emotion builder base. And to figure out which blend shapes are the left and right blink, you would just navigate to the face renderer. Remember this, the under the armature linker, this face renderer, right? And you would look for blink left. Oh, wait, you see that's sometimes these avatars are not set up correctly. So you see blink right doesn't do anything, and blink left is actually blink both. So sometimes when that happens, you can find a alternative blink blend shape, and sometimes you can't. In which case, I would just recommend using like a wink or nothing. It depends on what you can find, really. So this particular blend shape looks okay for blinking. So wink right 2 and wink 2 is the left one. Well, basically, those are the two that I'm interested in, so I'll just leave those set. Go back here to the emotions. Now, this is the only thing that's a little tricky. You got to figure out which index it was. Here's how I do it. It's kind of a cheat. Add the emotion builder, even if you're not going to use it. And then under here, find those blend shapes. So wink left, wink right, right? It's wink 2. These are the ones. So when you click these buttons, it tells you the index. That's the trick, right? So wink left is index 97, and wink right is 99. That's all you need to know. 99 for the right, 97 for the left. Now, it would be more preferred to use the blink left and blink right, but they didn't work, so. Okay, well, that's all we needed to know. Now just generate the blink clips. That's it. Done. Now when you hit play, it should, the avatar should blink. You can remove this since, well, here, I'll go ahead and add a quick facial expression just to show you how to do that too. So let's give it a name. First thing is figure out what we're going to make it. So now just be careful not to like conflict by using blend shapes that are already part of the visemes. First off, you can't use any of these, and because these are linked to the visemes, and it's don't use the blink or the wink blend shapes because they're linked to the blinking. But other than that, everything else is okay. Let me actually, hold on. I have blend shapes applied. I'm going to reset weights. All right, so like looking for a, that looks okay. It's kind of, all right, here we go. I'll do like a yell, or what is this? This is kind of like stunned. So I'll call that stunned. I would save changes, right? And now, oops. So You got to set the camera position. This is the portrait camera. Doesn't get it right for every avatar, but it does allow you to manually adjust it. So just move it to about there. And go back to emotions. And you can say save changes, or you could refresh thumbnails, whichever. All right, so that's that one. I'll do one more. I'll just do two. Emotion builder, right? I want to reset all of these. So reset weights. Okay, so this is anger. Save changes. Okay. So that's good. These got reset for some strange reason. There's a bug here. So just make sure that these are set before you rebuild. Just make sure these are set. So again, sorry, I got to go over this hack again. Just add another emotion builder, blank one. You're not going to use it. You'll just delete it in a second. Select blend shape weights. Go look for those wink 2 and wink 2 right. So wink 2 was 97 and wink 2 right was 99. So right is 99, left is 97. 97, 99. And you don't have to generate them again, but you probably should, just so that these are set. Okay, that's it. Then just remove that. So that's it. We got 2 emotions. We set the blend shapes. Just hit rebuild asset bundle, and this will go through and append all the changes. Now all of the changes should be updated here. And this is the output directory. So here's our new avatar. And it looks like these are still set. So everything's good. I will try to address this bug in the future. Just for now, just double check these. And that's pretty good, I think. We're done. So I already rebuilt the asset. So I just select the asset bundle folder. Just opened up over here. And this is the Katie avatar. So remember, look at that. That's, avatar 7956. So in here's avatar 7956, Katie. So we know it's unique, and that's the one. Just copy that, and then click here, VRMocap assets. There. So I just pasted it in to VRMocap assets directory. So you see Katie. It's ready to be used in the game. Okay, now I'm gonna quickly try to load the avatar in APS. Just make sure it looks right. Okay, so I could do this in VR, but I'm actually just going to use the mouse panel here. So clicking on VR menu, I can go to the avatar browser, type in Katie, select it, and it looks okay. I'm going to activate it. And now I'm going to link it to the HMD, I guess. Okay, so it looks like the head position is off. Some avatars are like this. I guess it's just the way that they rig it. It's all you got to do is go to T-pose and then adjust this so that the eyes line up with your eyes. And that's it. Now, when you look in the mirror, it should pretty much line up. It looks like the head is aligned. You might need to adjust the knees. Make sure those are bent right. You can close that. You can test the facial expressions. Okay, so this one and this one. So those are right. Yeah, so the blinking's still working. That's good. Turn on eye tracking. Okay. That looks good. I'm wearing a Vive Pro Eye with eye tracking enabled. I could also use the facecap feature. They're mutually exclusive though. If you want to see what this avatar looks like with like the hair and everything, I did one earlier. Okay. So now there are two KDs in. This is the one I did with the dynamic bone. So you can see it already. It's there.